A healthy landscape has a mosaic of habitat types, including young forests, and supports a diversity of wildlife. In the early 1900s, New York State was more farmland than forest. Today, 63% of our landscape is forested with predominantly middle-aged trees. Over the past 50 years, young forests and shrublands have dwindled, along with 60 species of mammals, songbirds, and other wildlife that rely on them for habitat to survive. Dutchess Gables is the flagship property of Winnakee's active stewardship model. A 30-acre portion of this property is a former pasture, now a 40-year-old forest lacking dense regrowth of small trees and shrubs that typically occur after natural disturbances like fire, windstorms, and flooding. Last summer, Winnakee began resetting the clock on Dutchess Gables, helping to reestablish its natural life cycle so that younger trees and wildlife can thrive. I'm standing in one of two 3-acre meadows created for this purpose. We're also regrowing trees and shrubs at 5-year intervals, bringing back critical habitat. While primarily intended to benefit 3 species of greatest conservation need in New York State, the New England cottontail, American woodcock, and golden-winged warbler, our conservation efforts here will also benefit ruffed grouse, monarch butterflies, and the whole suite of wildlife that depend on young forest and shrubland, such as box turtles, wood turtles, spotted turtles, whippoorwills, and blue-winged and prairie warblers, along with many more common species such as wild turkeys, wood thrushes, and numerous other songbirds. Another stewardship project underway at Dutchess Gables is removing non-native invasive plants. Extensive portions of this forest understory are over 90% covered with Japanese barberry, which is damaging for both ecological as well as public health reasons. In the absence of competition from native vegetation due to excessive foraging by white-tailed deer, barberry quickly takes over the forest floor, changing the soil chemistry and preventing new native plants from growing. They also create a humid microclimate that favors black-legged tick survival, and studies have shown the higher the density of barberry, the higher the density of ticks, and ticks that carry harmful diseases. Finally, a third project will focus on rejuvenating the property's mature forest. Here, we will create small, strategically located canopy breaks in the overstory to allow more sunlight to hit the ground to encourage the growth of new trees and herbaceous native plants. Since overpopulation of deer are a significant factor in the decline of forest regeneration, we will fence 20-acre areas at a time to exclude deer until the young trees grow tall enough to survive. As more land is converted to development or reverts to mature forest, healthy landscapes such as these are becoming increasingly uncommon in the Hudson Valley. Winnakee's ongoing forest management at Dutchess Gables serves as a pilot for the ways we can actively steward our local forests to sustain the diversity of plants and animals within them.